Good morning, students. In part 1 and 2 of this chapter, you learnt about the image created by Frederick Soryu and its role in developing the feeling of nationalism among people. Later, you learnt about three terms: the state, the nation, and nation state. Let's have a revision of it. State. The word state means a body of government, the rules, laws, government officials, their titles, and the physical boundaries. That is known as state. Suppose this is a country with its physical boundary. That is a state. And nation. Nation means the people. It is created by a shared belief that the people inside a country are connected to each other on the basis of language, religion, race, or other commonalities. And when people living within the boundaries of country feel that all of them are connected to each other because of their common religion, race, or language, or common descent, so that state becomes a nation state. So what is nation state? Nation state is an ideal state in which cultural boundaries coexist with political boundaries. In which cultural boundaries means people belonging to different religions, speaking different languages, races, they feel connected to each other. In which cultural boundaries coexist with political boundaries, that state is known as a nation state. It is a state in which most of its subjects mean people, are united due to various factors like commonalities of religion, race, language, or common descent. Today, you will learn about the French Revolution and the idea of nation. In 9th standard, you have learned that the French Revolution was occurred in 1789. At that time, there was rule of Louis XVI in France. He was an absolutist monarch. Absolutist monarch means on whose powers there was no restraints. Means he could do whatever he likes. But the people of France wanted a change from monarchy to a democratic country, and for this purpose they started a revolution in 1789. The first clear expression of nationalism came in France with French Revolution in 1789. Yes, first clear-cut expression of nationalism came with the French Revolution in 1789. It was during this revolution that there was transfer of sovereignty from monarchy to a body of French citizens. During the French Revolution, the revolutionaries introduced many measures and practices so that they could create a sense of collective identity amongst the French people. Yes, like we are people of India. We can be from Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana. But what is our common identity? The common identity is that we are Indians. In same way, the French revolutionaries decided that there should be some practices and measures so that all the people of France could feel a sense of collective identity. So what did they do? Measures and practices. Measures and practices introduced by revolutionaries, introduced by French revolutionaries to create a sense of collective identity. What did they do? First of all, the concept of la patrie and Lee Stein was introduced. And Lee Stein was introduced. The idea of La Patrie, the fatherland, and Lee Stein, the citizen, emphasized the notion of a united community enjoying equal rights under a constitution. Like we think that India is our motherland. In same way, the revolutionaries of France declared that France was their fatherland, and all of them were the citizens of France. And they decided that all people should enjoy equal rights under a constitution. The first measure taken by the French revolutionaries was the ideas of La Patrie and Lee Stein emphasized the notion of a united community enjoying equal rights under a constitution. The second was tricolor flag was introduced. Tricolor flag was introduced to replace the former royal standard. Earlier, there was royal flag, but within the French Revolution, the tricolor flag was introduced. Third, a state general was elected. A state general was elected by a body of active citizens. Active citizens mean the citizens who were given the right to vote, they were known as active citizens. The Estate General was elected by a body of active citizens and renamed the National Assembly, and that Estate General was called as a National Assembly. Fourth, new hymns were composed. New hymns were composed. Oaths were taken, and martyrs commemorated. To develop sense of nationalism, new hymns were composed, oaths were taken, and martyrs commemorated. The people who sacrificed their lives for the sake of country, all of them were memorized, all in the name of nation. A centralized administrative system was put in place, and it formulated uniform law for all the citizens within its territory. Centralized administrative system was introduced. Centralized administrative system was introduced, and same laws were made for all the citizens of France. Internal custom duties and dues were abolished. At that time, the common people had to pay so many types of taxes for trade. They needed to pay so much money. So internal custom duties and dues were abolished, and a uniform system of weights and measures was adopted. Earlier, there were smaller states. And in all the states, different weights and measures were used. So it created too much difficulty for the traders to trade. But within the French Revolution, uniform system of weights and measures was adopted. Regional dialects were discouraged. At that time, people spoke different type of languages in different parts of France, but regional dialects, dialect mean language, regional in particular area, languages which were spoken in different particular areas, they were discouraged, and French, as it was spoken and written in Paris, became the common language of the nation. Centralized administrative system was introduced. Same weights and measures, same weights and measures were introduced. Regional dialects were discouraged, and French became the common language of the nation. These were the measures taken by the revolutionaries to develop the feeling of nationalism. The ideas of La Patrie and Les Citoyens were introduced. Tricolor flag was introduced. It replaced the former royal standard. A state general was elected by a group of active citizens who was renamed as National Assembly. New hymns were composed, oaths were taken, and martyrs were commemorated. A centralized administrative system was introduced, and same laws were made for all the citizens of France. For economic development, the idea of same weights and measures was adopted, and French became a common language of the citizens of France rather than of speaking different dialects. Next, there is impact of French Revolution on Europe. Impact of French Revolution on Europe. The revolutionaries further declared that it was the mission and destiny of the French nation to liberate the people of Europe from despotism. In other words, to help other people of Europe to become nations. When the French Revolution occurred in 1789, then the revolutionaries thought that it was their duty to liberate, to free the other nations of Europe continent from despotism. Despotism means absolute powers of the ruler. They said that it was their destiny to free people from despotism or to help other people of Europe to become nations. When the news of events in France reached the different cities of Europe, students and other members of educated middle class began setting up Jacobin clubs. You have learnt about it in 9th class. Different clubs were formed by the people, and out of them the most powerful was the Jacobin club, whose leader was Maximilien Robespierre. These people belonged to common families, means they were not very rich. They were poor peasants, workers, shopkeepers, servants. Their activities and campaigns prepared the way for the French armies which moved into Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, and much of Italy in 1790s. These clubs started such type of activities which helped the French armies to enter in the countries of Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, and Italy. Here you can see on the world map. This is France. Belgium. Here Holland. And Italy. At that time, the political boundaries were not same. But I have just told you so that you can understand easily. France, Belgium, Holland, and Italy. Due to the efforts of these groups, the French armies easily entered in these countries. Within the wide swathe of territory that came under his control, Napoleon set about introducing many of the reforms that he had already introduced in France. You know that French Revolution occurred in 1789. French Revolution occurred in 1789. Then in 1791, Constitution was written. In 1792, France was declared as constitutional monarchy. In 1791, France was declared as constitutional monarchy, and in 1792, it became a republic. In France, power came in the hands of Jacobin Club, but Jacobin Club ruled during 1793 to 1794, and later even the members of the Jacobin Club were dissatisfied with the policies of Robespierre, so he was guillotined. Then there were two legislative councils, and one directory. The members of councils and directors often clashed with each other. So there was political instability. By taking advantage of this political instability, Napoleon Bonaparte came to power. Napoleon Bonaparte came to power. I have written this just to make you understand that how did he come to power. In 1789, French Revolution occurred. In 1791, Constitution was written and France became constitutional monarchy, means ruler agreed to rule according to Constitution. It was in 1792 when France was declared as a republic, means role of king was totally removed. From 1793 to 94, there was rule of Jacobin Club. But its leader, Robespierre, was very cruel. The members of his own club turned against him and then he was guillotined. After death of Maximilien Robespierre, two legislative councils and one directory was made. The members of councils and directors clashed with each other. So by taking advantage of this political instability, Napoleon Bonaparte came to power in France in 1804. In which year? In 1804. When he came to power, he introduced many measures. Through a return to monarchy, Napoleon had no doubt destroyed democracy in France. Within return of monarchy, there was setback to democracy, but in administrative field, he had incorporated revolutionary principles in order to make the whole system more rational and efficient. Next heading is reforms introduced by Napoleon. Which were the reforms? The first one is the Civil Code of 1804, which is also known as Napoleonic Code, did away with all privileges based on birth. All the special rights which were given to the people on the basis of birth, they were taken away from them. Established equality before the law. It was declared that all were equal before the law and secured the right to property. There were 3 steps taken in the Civil Code of 1804, which was also known as Napoleonic Code. Did away all the privileges which were based on birth, established equality before law, and secured the right to property. This code was exported to regions under French control. In the Dutch Republic, Switzerland, Italy, and Germany, Napoleon simplified administrative divisions in all these areas. In Dutch Republic, Switzerland, Italy, and Germany, means those areas which were under his control. After coming to power, he started to expand the territories under France. So in all these areas who were under his control, Napoleon simplified administrative divisions, abolished the feudal system. Feudal system means a system in which the king granted land to the nobles, and in return of it, nobles provided military and financial help to the king. That was known as a feudal system. A system in which land was granted by a king to the nobles, and in return of it, nobles provided financial and military help to the king. He abolished feudal system and freed peasants from serfdom and manorial dues. Serfdom means slavery, and manorial dues. At that time, people had to pay different types of taxes. So he's freed peasants from serfdom and manorial dues. In the towns too, guild restrictions were removed. Guild restrictions. What is the meaning of guild? Organization of traders is known as guild. At that time, traders had to face so many problems for trading. They had to pay taxes at different boundaries. When they had to move from one area to another area, they had to pay tax on the goods. Guild restrictions were removed. Transport and communication system were improved. Peasants, artisans, workers, and new businessmen enjoyed a newfound freedom. Businessmen and small-scale producers of goods began to realize that the uniform laws, standardized rates and measures, and a common national currency would facilitate the movement and exchange of goods. It was difficult for the traders to trade from one place to another, because in all the regions different currencies were used, different weights and measures were used. So it was very time consuming to weight and measure goods at different places. Also, they had to pay taxes. But due to the efforts of Napoleon, the merchants felt that now it would be easy for them to exchange goods and capital from one region to another. So all these were the measures introduced by Napoleon. Napoleonic Accord. Next, he simplified the administrative system, abolished feudal system, freed peasants from serfdom and manorial dues, guild restrictions were removed, common currency, same weights and measures were introduced in all the areas which were under his control. But in the areas conquered, the reactions of the local population to the French rule were mixed. Initially, in many places such as Holland and Switzerland, as well as in certain cities like Brussels, Mainz, Milan, and Warsaw, the French armies were welcomed as harbingers of liberty. Harbinger means forerunner, one who shows the path. Earlier, the French armies were welcomed as harbinger, but later they found that their political freedom was being taken by Napoleon. Increased taxation, censorship, forced conscription into the French armies required to conquer and the rest of Europe all seemed to outweigh the advances of the administrative changes. The heading of it is Reactions Against Napoleon. Yes. Earlier, French armies were welcomed by people in different countries, but later they found that they were losing their political freedom. Taxes were increased because he wanted to get more money to win all the nearby countries, and forced conscription into the French armies. What's the meaning conscription? Compulsory enlistment for military service. Means people were forced to join French army. Due to all these reasons, the reforms made by Napoleon were outweighed. Yes, today you learnt about the French Revolution, measures taken by the French revolutionaries to develop the feeling of nationalism, impact of French Revolution on Europe. The French armies were welcomed in different parts of countries like Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, Italy. Later you learn that how Napoleon came to power and which were the reforms introduced by him. But soon after, the enthusiasm of people came to an end due to strict policies of Napoleon. Thank you.